Any idea what it is?
Yes. The stuff that dreams are made of.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the greatest episodes from Batman the Animated Series and the new Batman Adventures. This list will have spoilers, so consider this your warning.
But I didn't see this coming. I didn't count on being happy.
Number 20, Riddlers Reform. Edward Nygma always has a chip on his shoulder, and in Riddlers Reform, he's determined to prove his worth.
Up to your old tricks already, huh, Nygma?
Whatever are you talking about, Batman?
After getting released from Arkham Asylum, he quickly gets back to his old Riddler antics and sets up numerous elaborate traps for the dynamic duo. It's an episode that not only puts Batman and Robin through the ringer, but also perfectly encapsulates who Riddler is. He's not some average crook in it for the money. He's doing what he does because he wants to show the world that he's the smartest person in the room. Unfortunately, it's also that egotistical way of thinking that thwarts him in the end. Sorry, Nygma, you might be smart, but Batman is one riddle even you can't crack.
How did he do it? I have to know! Somebody tell me! It's not fair!
Number 19, Old Wounds. We all love Batman, but he's not exactly a perfect person. In Old Wounds, it gets pretty hard to look past the holes in his armor.
You sound just like Batman.
I'm nothing like him.
Yeah, right. The mask, the attitude, the long underwear.
Drop it.
The episode sees the new Robin, Tim Drake, run into the original Robin, Dick Grayson. Dick, now operating as Nightwing, spills the beans on why he left. Flashbacks reveal Batman intimidating a criminal in front of his wife and kid. Later, Dick learns that his girlfriend Barbara is Batgirl, and that Bruce knew about it.
You think you did. You don't know him like I do. He manipulates, pulls strings, anything to get what he wants.
Batman's extreme methods, plus the clear lack of trust, are finally enough for Dick to quit. Old Wounds is iconic not just for showing the flaws of Batman's ways, but also for establishing how Dick became his own hero. Number 18. Legends of the Dark Knight. What do kids think Batman is? In Legends of the Dark Knight, we get to see various distinct perspectives on the Caped Crusader.
I love Batman. All those muscles, the tight rubber armor, and that flashy car. I heard it can drive up walls.
Yeah, sure, Joel.
These include versions where he's a slapstick superhero from the 60s, all the way to a version straight from the Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns. Eventually, the kids we follow in this episode get to see Batman for real as he fights Firefly. Though the stories shown may be different in both art style and tone, they're all still widely entertaining regardless. This is a great episode that pays homage to other Batman depictions while examining how Gothamites view his impact.
See? He was just like I said. What are you talking about? Did you see the way he fought? Yeah, but he also had that phone thing.
Number 17, Harley and Ivy. One of DC's most iconic friendships turned romances got its start in this series. In Harley and Ivy, the gals spend an iconic night out on the town.
Oh, and what are you gonna do? Spank us?
That's right, pigs. And here's the paddle.
Their antics include robbing the Peregrinators Club and committing other crimes that make them Gotham's newest crime queens. In addition to marking the first time these ladies met, the episode also does an insightful job examining Harley and her problematic relationship with the Joker.
Why do you put up with that clown?
Don't get me wrong, my pudding's a little rough sometimes, but he loves me, really.
If you think about it, this episode helped plant the seeds for Harley's eventual emancipation. Number 16, POV. In POV, various GCPD officers provide testimony about what happened following an operation that went bad.
You saw the Batman too?
Come on, Harvey. Batman's fault?
Then whose fault is it, officer?
I don't know, but I'm sure it wasn't Batman.
But the stories that Bullock, Wilkes, and Montoya provide don't exactly add up. Aside from giving us a glimpse into the lives of the GCPD officers, we see Renee Montoya later team up with Batman to stop the bad guys. There's no debate that this show was always Batman-centric. Yet, the willingness to occasionally shine a spotlight on the lesser-known characters helped make the city of Gotham feel that much more fleshed out. Since everyone gives their own side of the story, you don't know who or what to trust at first, making the story all the more exciting.
This farce has gone far enough, Hackle. We've nailed the suspects and recovered our money. The investigation is closed.
Number 15, I Am the Night. This episode is legendary for its introspective look at the Dark Knight. When Commissioner Gordon gets injured on the anniversary of the Wayne's murder, Batman starts to doubt himself.
I've put out a few fires, yes. Won a few battles. But the war goes on, Alfred. On and on.
The show was always amazing with how it captured the tortured soul that was Batman, and this had to be one of the best episodes at doing that. Watching Batman feel so helpless and ineffective is intense, but it's those moments of self-doubt that make his moment of triumph when he later saves Gordon from being attacked in his hospital room that much more special. Point is, Batman does work.
Gotta keep fighting, never stop. What I try to live by. Maybe if I'd been younger, could have been like you.
Number 14, Trial. In Trial, Batman faces the music. When new DA Janet Van Dorn begins openly criticizing Batman and blaming him for crime, his rogues hatch a plan. They capture Batman and put him through their own trial. But to make things more interesting, they force Janet to defend him.
This is insane. Me defending you? As far as I'm concerned, you belong in here with them.
Trial hits the mark in pretty much every way. It has silly moments with the rogues and poses questions about the ethics and efficiency of Batman. It even examines whether he's responsible for the creation of these villains. Whether you want to see Batman be criticized or just want to see villains teaming up in truly inventive ways, this episode has something for everyone.
I see now there's a need for the things you do. But I'm still going to work toward a city that doesn't need Batman.
Me too.
Number 13, Feet of Clay. Feet of Clay is a tragic two-parter that introduced Matt Hagen, a troubled actor who would become arguably the most popular version of Clayface today.
You can't go on like this, Matt. You hurt all the time now.
You're just my stand-in, Lupus. Nobody promoted you to nursemaid.
When Hagen is left disfigured after a bad car wreck, he goes to desperate lengths to try to repair his image. This leads him to getting hooked on Renew You. It happens to be a volatile cosmetic cream that eventually transforms him into the hideous Clayface. Feet of Clay is a masterpiece in how it depicts Hagen's tragic transformation into Clayface. It's raw, emotional, and at times it even feels like it leans into a body horror genre to evoke extra chills. This is an episode that was molded for greatness.
You know what I'd have given for a death scene like this? Too bad I won't get to read the notices.
Number 12, The Demon's Quest. Batman was brought out of his element entirely during the gripping 2-episode saga called The Demon Quest.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am he who is called Ra's al Ghul.
The Demon's Head.
Ra's al Ghul makes a grand entrance to reveal that both his daughter Talia and Batman's sidekick Robin had been kidnapped. The investigation into the kidnappings lead them across the world. There's more than a fair share of twists and turns during this story that'll grab your attention. But the intriguing appearance of Ra's, Talia, and the Lazarus Pits are what makes this such a standout. Plus, we get to see Batman wielding a badass sword. What's not to love about that?
Are you man enough to face your better?
If you insist.
Number 11, The Laughing Fish.
All of them. With the Joker's face.
Looks just like it. Can't be.
Call the police.
We were all aware that Joker was big on mayhem and madness, but who knew he was also an entrepreneur? After creating a new breed of fish, which bear his signature smile, Joker seems to be trying to start a business selling these little monstrosities, even going so far as to making his own commercial.
Say, Mom, wondering what to feed the family tonight?
What'll I feed the family tonight?
Arr, try me famous Joker fish.
But of course, there's a much more sinister plan afoot. Luckily, Batman's knowledge of undersea life ensures that Gotham doesn't meet a fishy end. The episode also sees Batman channeling his 1960s counterpart as he battles a shark, minus the repellent this time. Number 10, Perchance to Dream.
A problem, sir?
It's not here.
What's not here, sir?
What if Bruce Wayne's life had never been struck by tragedy? The answer to that question isn't as simple as you would think. In this mind trip of an episode, Bruce awakens to discover that everything in his life is perfect.
You okay, son? I'm all right. Just partied too hard last night, that's all.
You will be able to get to the office today, won't you? There's that stockholders meeting, you know.
His parents are alive, he's engaged to Selena Kyle, and someone else is keeping Gotham safe as Batman.
Batman?
But all is not as it seems. Bruce struggles to accept this personal paradise, resisting this reality and questioning whether it's an illusion or if he's actually going insane. It's not often you see Alice trying to climb her way out of the rabbit hole. Number 9, beware of the gray ghost.
When crime haunts the night, a silent crusader carries the torch of justice.
Turns out that Batman is just like us. He too had a childhood hero who dressed in tights. It just so happens that this hero, the Gray Ghost, is voiced by Adam West.
I need to work, Frankie. Get me something. You're my agent.
I try, Si. I really do. But they still think of you as the Gray Ghost, those who remember.
I can do other parts. I'm an actor.
Simon Trent, much like West, is an actor who played a superhero on a popular television show. He's sought out by Batman to help solve a string of crimes that resemble episodes of the Gray Ghost television series.
Some madman is blowing up Gotham piece by piece. Somehow it's connected to the Gray Ghost. To you.
Providing some insight into what may have inspired Bruce to turn to a life of crime fighting and vigilante justice, this episode teaches us that even our heroes need heroes of their own.
Please make it out to Bruce.
There you go, Bruce.
Thanks, Mr. Trent.
Number 8, Joker's favor.
Hey, buddy. Yeah, I'm talking to you, clown. You think you own the whole road? Why, for 2 cents I'd... Huh?
We imagine owing anything to the Joker is pretty much the worst kind of debt you can get into. An average Joe by the name of Charlie Collins inadvertently finds himself on the wrong side of the clown prince of crime, but is spared when he promises to do anything the villain asks of him.
Here's the deal. I'll let you off if you promise to do a little favor for me.
Oh, okay. What?
I don't know! I haven't thought of it yet!
2 years down the line, the Joker comes a-calling. Forced to assist in an attempt to assassinate Commissioner Gordon, Charlie is driven to his wits' end, leading to a confrontation with his tormentor.
Hold it! Oh, come on!
I said hold it!
We won't ruin the brilliant ending, but all you need to know is that Batman finds it so funny that he let out a few laughs. You don't see that every day.
Yes! Another stunning Joker entrance leaves the crowd speechless! Let's hear it for him, folks!
Yay! Woo, 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 yay!
Number 7, the man who killed Batman. Fans have long speculated on who would be the one to finally get rid of Batman for good. Usually characters like Scarecrow, Bane, or Joker are pretty solid guesses. But the real man who would end up striking down the Caped Crusader would be none other than just some rando. This episode follows Sidney Debris, the low-level crook who seemingly kills Batman.
You know what this means? Sid the Squid just offed the Batman.
It's not really what happens, but for a good while, the episode makes you think maybe it's true. Besides the interesting premise, the scenes of Joker realizing Batman is gone and arranging a funeral for him are hysterical.
And I'll be smiling again, just as soon as we take that man there and slap him in that box there and roll it into that vat of acid there.
Sidney might not have killed Batman, but he, along with this episode, will live on in infamy. Number 6, Robin's Reckoning.
Forget it, Robin.
What?
I said forget it.
But this guy's ready to sing.
Let it go. The police can take it from here.
When does a quest for justice turn into a quest for vengeance? And is the line between the two ideas all that clear? Robin struggles to remain on the side of good when confronted with the man who arranged his parents' murder. What follows is a moral crisis, not only for Robin, but also for Batman himself. The story of what happened to Robin's parents parallels what happened to Bruce Wayne's foes, leading him to try to shelter his sidekick and help him avoid the road of revenge.
You deceived me! You can't take this one! Zuko's mine!
Sorry, Robin, but on this team, I call the shots.
But I've waited half my life!
Batman out.
Oh no. He's not gonna ace me out.
This episode not only presents us with the origins of the Boy Wonder, but also brilliantly explores the relationship these two crime fighters share. While they both still bear the scars of their past, their losses have only made them strive to become better heroes. No wonder this episode won an Emmy.
You had him! You let him go! You let him! Why? Why'd you do it? Why?
Number 5, Mad Love.
That's a real gasser, huh, Mr. J?
I give the punchlines around here. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Harley, why do you stick by this creep? You could do so much better. While showing us the origins of how Harleen Quinzel goes from renowned psychiatrist to the Joker's devout partner in crime, this episode also goes to some pretty dark places as it explores the depths of their abusive relationship.
Harley!
Hi, Puddin'! You're just in time to see the...
We see how the Joker masterfully manipulates her into becoming a submissive punching bag, and one that he's all too happy to toss out of a window.
Batman, that's who. Batman! It's always been Batman! Ruining my life! Spoiling my fun! Coming between me and my puddin' from the very beginning.
It's all the more upsetting to know that she'll keep coming back to him again and again. Harley may be awesome and fun, but she's living proof of the depths of Joker's cruelty and warped sense of humor.
Aw, come on, Puddin'. Don't you want to rev up your Harley? Vroom, vroom.
Number 4, Two-Face.
Where you going, Harvey? You can't get away from me. Ah! See what I mean?
Stay away! I want no part of you!
One of the animated series' greatest accomplishments is its portrayal of Harvey Dent, whose downfall would lead to the rise of the infamous Two-Face. Harvey's presence as Gotham's hotshot lawyer and a friend to Bruce had been established several episodes before this.
So, what do you think?
Does she have a sister?
Nope. Pam's one of a kind. That's why I asked her to marry me.
What? Unfortunately, it's clear that he's dealing with some demons of his own, suffering from a violent split personality dubbed Big Bad Har. After crashing with a criminal overlord, Harvey is left horribly scarred, allowing his ruthless persona to take over. Now broken and vengeful, Two-Face's new lease on life ultimately leads him into conflict with the Dark Knight. Losing a friend and gaining an enemy, Batman is haunted by Harvey's fate for the rest of the series and beyond.
Sleep well, my friend. Wherever you are, whatever you've become, I will save you. I swear.
Number 3, Over the Edge.
We are gonna die.
This is among the most heartbreaking stories in Batman's long history. During a scuffle with the Scarecrow, Batgirl is killed, but not before Commissioner Gordon discovers her secret identity, Barbara Gordon. Overcome with grief due to the death of his daughter, Gordon declares war on Batman. From that point onwards, everything goes haywire. The Batcave is overrun, Alfred, Robin, and Nightwing are arrested, and Gordon turns to Bane to help take down the Dark Knight. It all culminates in a rooftop battle between Bane and the Bat, with the rug once again pulled from under our feet.
There's no place to run, Wayne.
With its brilliant pacing, Over the Edge is one of the most unique and ambitious episodes in the Batman animated series' historic run. Number 2, Heart of Ice.
This is how I'll always remember you. Surrounded by winter, forever young, forever beautiful.
Continuing the theme of sympathetic villains, enter Mr. Freeze. Only able to survive in sub-zero temperatures, Freeze's burning drive for revenge makes him one of Batman's deadliest and in some cases most relatable enemies. This Freeze-centric episode emphasizes the sometimes hollow nature of Batman's crusade for justice.
Nora! Nora!
My God.
Yes, it would move me to tears if I still had tears to shed.
Freeze remains a victim in his own icy hell, trying desperately to cure his cryogenically frozen wife of her fatal affliction, while we're left questioning what it means to be truly good or evil.
Think of it, Batman. To never again walk on a summer's day with a hot wind in your face and a warm hand to hold. Oh yes, I'd kill for that.
Mr. Freeze was nothing more than a second-rate villain in the comics, but the animated series provided a new origin story and motivation that made him a staple of Batman's rogue gallery. No surprise, this one was another Emmy winner.
Sooner or later, all who stand in my way must feel the icy touch of death.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Almost got him.
It's obvious our Cape friend suffered some crime-related trauma when he was younger. Perhaps an over-anxious mugger blew off a piece of his face.
The premise of this episode is so simple, it's genius. The Joker, Poison Ivy, Two-Face, the Penguin, and Killer Croc reminisce about the time they almost killed the Cape Crusader while playing a game of poker.
You'd think one of us would have got him by now.
I've come the closest.
Are you kidding? I was the one who nearly...
Nobody's come closer to snuffing the Batman than me.
Not only are each of the stories action-packed and filled with brilliant moments, but the comedy is spot on as well. As is to be expected, the banter is also superb. Each of the villains are on point, and the final twist couldn't be more fitting.
Hey, I don't get it. You just knocked out Catwoman and left her? Oh, come on, Crockers. Didn't I say there's more than one way to get someone?
We even get a sweet little moment with Catwoman. It seems that not even the Princess of Plunder can snag the world's greatest detective. What do you think is the best Batman episode? Let us know in the comments.
Without Batman, crime has no punchline.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.